This tutorial will cover how to connect to our database once it's installed. One of the problems that some people are having is creating the proper security connectivity for each of our users with each of the two databases. One of the things I need you to check is to verify that you have a login for our student 2013 user and that you have set the password to capital P at SSW0RD. That is the password that needs to be in place because that's what I've got the database is set to on the student server. Notice right now that I'm working with a SQL Express database. Now, in my databases on this particular instance of SQL Server, I've got the users both in both the Northwinds and the Pubs directory or databases. I've got them set up as database readers and owners, or database readers and writers, and I can determine that because I've got the user added. Again, the student 2013 is all you need for the username and login name. Owned schemas. Notice I've got DB Data Writer and DB Data Reader both selected. And also in membership, I've got the Data Reader and Data Writer membership roles selected. So this should give us full access to reading and writing the database. So if I go over to SQL Server and I'm in Chapter 14, and let's say I create a new object, so I'm going to add new item, I'm going to add a web form, and I'm just going to create a DB test page. Okay. And I'm going to go to design mode. First thing I'm going to add is my SQL data source. So this is here, so I'm going to configure that. I'm going to create a new connection just to make sure that you understand all the ins and outs of this, creating this new connection. New connection, notice it's set to SQL Server, SQL Client. That works for both the full version and the Express version of SQL Server. I'm going to click on the drop down, and what I'm really looking for on this particular one is this Ultra PC, but this should be actually localhost SQL Express. And I'm going to use SQL authentication. I'm going to put student 2013 and capital P at SSW0RD. And then I'm going to click on the Now, while we're waiting for that database to populate, let's go back to our SQL Server instance. And you can see that the name of this instance is Ultra PC. That's just the goofy name I gave my new laptop / SQL Express. So let's look at this again. Oh, I've got the slash backwards. Oh, and I also want to save the password. Okay, that's what it was. Notice that this is very critical. When you put this localhost /, it has to be the backward slash. So if I select database, Northwind, and now I can do a test connection right here and to verify that I've got everything set up, and then click OK. Once I've got this connection string set up, you can take a look at it and make sure that it's what you expected it to be. In this case, it is. It's got all the information in it that we need. So we go next. And I'm going to save this. I've already got a couple in there just from testing this. So I'm going to save this connection string as whatever it wants to give me. That's fine. And I'm going to go ahead and just do Where's my product? There's products. So I just want to get a list of products, product's name, and unit price. Next. And now if I just want to see what this looks like, I can do a test query, and there is my table of data. And I can finish. And just by doing that, I've created a data source that my data apps, my data controls, can readily access. Again, it's really important that you set that localhost / SQL Express if you've installed the SQL Express database. This has been a tutorial supporting Web 180 from Michael Shore in the Web Technologies Department.